Alright, I'm going to be talking about a few changes moving forward, and this is important info, but I'll try and be brief. So 6 things, fairly brief, good luck with that. Most importantly, our potential ticket to 500 subs, which is I have fixed the timer. Check it out below. Now, after dedicating some time to it, I figured it out after trying 2 different methods. The first one had failed, and then some tinkering time with a second method led me to a good fix to my delight. So I've managed to find a method in which our timer is now completely accurate. No more delayed over time garbage. So long as I stick to this new method, we'll be better off. Way better off. You'll know exactly where I'm at every second of every single reaction moving forward. You'll have the timer you deserve. I'm really happy and fueled with motivation to keep reacting for now. This will allow only one sync layer between me and you, or you to me with your source versus 2 with me syncing with my source and then you. So it allows for so that old method allowed for more of a time gap inconsistency, relying on 2 layers instead of 1. Thus, we're totally accurate now. You'll know right when I start and reach the end, and be able to better be synced up as close as possible. So this may be our ticket to 500 subs alone, one can hope. This new and improved timer will also allow me to give a brief talk at the start of my reactions before the reactions begin. So I no longer have to try and sync the video at 0 seconds myself to the time frame of the video and my reaction. And I'll be able to give an intro of sorts instead of during the opening of the anime. I can do an intro beforehand, then we can enjoy listening to the opening if I don't ramble. So I may not begin at 0 seconds anymore of the reaction, but you'll know. Or I may continue such. Either way, the timer is fixed. It's 100% accurate now. Now, with how I process reaction series, it's important to know that it may take some time for you to see the effects of this huge improvement for our channel. A month or 2, I suspect, which includes time for the already recorded content to run dry without the fixed timer, depending on the rate I publish and which new ones I finish and what I choose to publish next. It depends on selection. So it's kind of up in the air. This new timer is very exciting though, in that essentially all my previous reaction videos are now, in a sense, old due to this improvement. This presents a minor problem, which I will briefly address here, then we got to move on to my other points of change moving forward. The deal is, considering I'm in the midst of some series, the change will take effect partway through. It'll just take minor awareness from your side. You'll know the change has happened. I will try to state such, and you'll see a slightly better looking timer. And at the, well, you can see it right now. It should be a bit more detailed. And at the top bit of the video will be modified text from what I have normally kept there for a while, which will include that the timer has been fixed. I may even mention in the title that the timer has changed for those transitionary episodes, if I recall. Alright, so that brings me to point number 2. Change number 2. My sauce has switched from Kiss to Go-Go. So that info may be how we might stay most in sync if we choose similar sauces, I suppose. No silly 6-second intro stuff from what I've seen. Number 3, what is now known as live commentary, aka non-blind, aka me having seen it prior, will now be known as re-reactions moving forward, which is as simplistic as one can make it. No more being asked about such, I expect. Number 4, I intend to order the playlist on the anime reaction channel section to reflect what order we started them in, which they are added that way by default, but I've messed with them over time, and they're an absolute pain to reorder, which YouTube could easily improve that for YouTubers, but they haven't for whatever reason. This will also help tell the old from the new to a degree, in terms of the lowest ones would be the newest ones, and that's going to take some time to change. So outside of ones I was in the midst of during the change, so that'll change to a degree, excluding the ones I was in the midst of during this change taking place. So I don't intend to give them a different section. They will just be probably be the marker in between the old and the new, since they contain kind of both the old timer and new timer. Which brings me to point number 5. The timer will now be known as a timestamp, called timestamp or timestamp only or timestamped in the title. We'll see. This will allow more discernment of what is the old content and what is now the best new content with the 100% accurate timer. Number 6, considering, and this is probably the least important for folks who followed since early on, but considering 150 plus folks are newish, I wanted to cover something, and that is to explain that I react and record slowly to a normal sized series, or if it's a longer series of 25 episodes at a time, I would react to 25 episodes at a time, over time, slowly. And that 25 episodes are called what I call a bundle. After that, I upload such. Then I prep it, edit it, schedule it out. So, essentially, you're always seeing the past, my past reaction, while I react to other stuff in the present, while those things are being published over time, essentially. And another thing is I also tend to ping pong away and back from longer series to do some other series in between as a sort of a break. So, but once again, to summarize, the fixed timer applies to us moving forward, so long as things stay the same. It does not apply to all my reactions prior to implementing the change. And quite simply, you will know when such a change occurs in the series I was in the midst of. I'll make sure the transition is apparent, and it'll be apparent with the series beyond that, which will probably thankfully be like the second bundle of Hunter x Hunter and One Piece. So I'm very, very happy about that sort, that everything moving forward is going to be a huge, huge improvement. 100% accuracy. I'm very, very happy with that. Very satisfied. So, I think that is the meat and potatoes of what I sought to cover. I could talk more of what I could do, but I'll pretty much end it here. I hope I didn't forget anything. I hope I remember these changes as well. That would be pretty bad for me to forget the changes and then not to implement certain ones. But this should suffice. I love the new timer. It might look similar, as you can see, but it is a bit more detailed, and I tinkered with its appearance a bit. Things are looking good, one step closer to being the best reactor. Let's plow forward. Thanks for listening. I'm refueled, remotivated, and very, very happy with this. So I hope everyone else is as well. So thank you very much for watching or listening, and I will see you up ahead. And as always, take her cool.